Welcome back. Well, it's a parent's and, of course, caregiver's responsibility to make sure to keep a baby safe and healthy. And a new report out from AAA says between 2017 and 2021, 527,000 kids were injured in car crashes and nearly 3,000 were killed because they were simply not wearing their seatbelt correctly. Here to talk more about baby safety is Dr. Sarah Tano. Thank you so much for being with us. We got a lot of things to talk about here. We were saying, as a parent myself, car seat safety and getting that car seat in properly and making sure that this little latch is in the right place. There's always a lot to think about.
So car seat safety is very important. One of the most important things, obviously, is just making sure that your child is strapped in appropriately with both buckles, the chest buckle and then the hip buckle as well. One of the other important things is once they are strapped in is making sure that there's about a finger width between the strap and it's not too tight but also not too loose.
And it needs to be up here by the armpits, right?
Exactly. And then you also want to make sure that when you strap them in that none of these are twisted. So that part's very important. Some of the other important parts I would say for car seat safety is obviously never leaving your child in the car unattended and you know, it's really important actually to use a new car seat for your baby rather than a used one. And if you are in a, God forbid, a car accident, replacing the car seat because they could have some defects that you don't even see are there.
Yeah, you know, checking that expiration date. I have an infant car seat that it seems like it's so nice and easy to use, but nobody will take it because it probably has expired. I know I think sometimes Target has programs where you can turn them in and recycle them for.
And you could actually register your car seat when you buy it. There should be like a code, or that you could go online and register your car seat, and they'll let you know if there's any defects or if there's any recalls on the car seat itself or if it's expiring and whatnot. So.
Safe sleep. I assume that's why we have the pack and play here. Talk a little bit about safe sleep.
So safe sleep is very also important. It's really the main thing I would say is up to 1 year old, you should be placing your baby on their back to sleep. That's one of the campaigns that's been going on since the 90s that prevents sudden infant death syndrome. Keeping minimal things in your playpen, your crib, or your bassinet. Not too many toys, actually no toys to be honest with you, no blankets, just fitted sheet, flat mattress, and one of the other important things is co-sleeping. Avoid co-sleeping because that just also puts your baby at risk for suffocation and injuries that we don't want to obviously see.
And the whole Back is Best campaign has really saved a lot of lives. I mean, I know that we don't really know necessarily what causes SIDS, but at the same time, oh my goodness, it really has helped a lot.
Definitely.
And I always say those sleep sacks are kind of nice too because you can keep them warm, but they're safe.
We do highly recommend those. That's really all they need, and then being placed on their back.
Our producer is a mom of a little baby too, and I know that you still, no matter what, even if they're in there with nothing, you still do that little breath check.
Just to check to make sure.
Are they okay? It's just kind of part of it. Talk a little bit about illnesses going around. Kids are back in school, which means that even if you have a baby, perhaps those brothers and sisters are bringing back all those germs.
Yes. So viruses have been very intense lately. They've been back with a force, especially with school starting. So our recommendation is any newborn up to 6 weeks, we definitely recommend avoiding any contact with anyone besides the immediate family members that live in the home. If anyone is sick, make sure you're staying away, washing hands before touching the baby, and in regards to fever and whatnot, checking their temperature. If they feel warm, either rectal temperature or an axillary temperature is recommended.
Did I see we had a thermometer here?
So I know on the market these forehead and ear thermometers are all over the place, but they actually aren't that adequate when it comes to checking. They could be either too high or too low. So we really do recommend.
We knew this was going to happen. Didn't we?
We do recommend the rectal or axillary old school thermometers to check their temperature.
Yeah, we have the old forehead one. It is easier, but sometimes I will say I feel like it's not super accurate.
It's just not as accurate. So we always recommend, like, the old school sometimes is the best, which is the rectal and axillary temperatures.
Anything else you would like to mention when it comes to just baby safety?
I think one of the most important things is just keeping your eyes on your child at all times. You know, whether it's while they're in the car seat, in a playpen, their crib, or in a bathtub, just making sure you have eyes on them at all times. It takes a split second for things to happen. Unfortunately, kids, babies, even, they move fast, and things can happen before you even know it. So just keeping eyes on them, any small toys around them, keeping them away from that. And then right now with school starting, I would say just staying away from anyone that's sick, and hand washing is very, very important.
Always easier
Yes,
said than done,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
But good advice, a good
Yes.
thing to remember, because those
Yes.
little babies, they can get fast, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Fast, very
Very.
fast. All right, thank you so much. If you want more information, sometimes it's just a special reminder, a simple reminder on, what you're doing, making sure those different age groups, because I will say as parents, you forget,
Yes,
when
you do.
you may have 1 or 2 kids, but then you forget that second time around. So you can go to our
Exactly.
website, just search baby safety, and it'll send you to a link. Vanessa, you know all about this stuff.
Oh yeah, and I just learned something